5 Minutes for Men. TR Nichols here with 5 Minutes for Men, where we have discussions about things that men talk about amongst themselves in most cases. Excuse me. I want to talk about work. Um, so, work can be a very complex place, right? Whether that's your own business, you work for an organization, um, or anything else, right? Even doing odd jobs type of things, right? There's the dynamic that goes along with whatever work you actually do. Even if you're just a sole proprietor, there's the dynamic of dealing with the customers. What I have found in my work history is that I've had to deal with different political aspects. I've worked in government most of my life, so I've had to deal with elections. I've had to deal with elected officials. I've had to deal with people being promoted into positions. All these different aspects that go along with the job. And if you are not a sole proprietor, right, if you are working with others, then you have to deal with these other personalities that go along with work. And it's about the psychology of it all for me. And having an understanding that you're dealing with multiple personalities at your job, excuse me, a ton of different individuals, and finding a way to maneuver through that world. In a lot of cases, you can, if you choose to, isolate work and keep it in its own box, and you only deal with the individuals that you have to deal with and keep it at that. If you're more of a social person and you like the interactions with your co-workers, boss, and anybody else that happens to be at your place of work, outside of whatever the customer base is for your employment, you definitely want to be tactical in how you approach those relationships. What you don't want is for those relationships to be in any way, shape, or form harmful to you being able to feed yourself, right? Because you're there working to be able to receive payment for the work you're putting out, right? So what you don't want is for a conversation or an interaction with another individual, whether that's a customer or a coworker, to hamper you getting your money, right, for your said services that you are doling out. I have witnessed people being let go from positions, people losing their businesses over the wrong interaction with a customer, with a coworker, multitude of things. And what I have gotten from those experiences and watching others go through those things is that you're often having to play a game of chess the higher up you go in an organization, or like I was saying, if you have your own business, the more customers you have with your business, the higher the level of chess in terms of having a good level of customer service, but also keeping the lines drawn between personal and business relations at work. In most of the cases that I've seen somebody get in trouble at work is because the lines got blurry between personal interactions and work interactions. It's definitely important, I would think, in the era that we're currently in and moving forward, to be mindful as a man what your interactions are and how those interactions can be interpreted, maybe versus what you want them to be. So what I would definitely like is for you to subscribe, comment below about things you may have seen or things you have gone through at work that made you at any maybe point in time realize you need to put some checks and balances on your personal slash business persona that you have at work, and what are the things you do to keep yourself mindful of keeping those lines drawn about work and personal interactions. It's very important for us to understand those things in the current work environment that we're all in. So comment below, subscribe, let me know. 5 Minutes for Men, TR Nichols.